Guys, Flabaliki here today and welcome back to Cities Skylines. We are starting off with another time lapse. This one is about 18 minutes long, a little bit longer. So last episode I kept talking about doing the ore industry and trying to fix it up a little bit. In the meantime, well, that's what we're doing. But in the meantime, the ore industry actually leveled up. So we unlocked a few new buildings. So I was starting to place a few of those in the area. And mind you, our city is still bleeding money like nobody's business. Like we are losing so much money. So I tried to and we still have a lot of residential demand. So I've been trying to just zone out more, and you'll see in this time lapse we do a lot more building right here, getting more grids, getting more residents in, because we need a lot more people just to fill out the city and get that sort of tax rate up. I also changed a lot of the taxes as well, increased them. I think they're all 13% now as well. And I think I did a few other citywide policies, which I think we'll see in the time lapse. So we'll get to that. Anyway, so look, because I was looking at the city statistics, and hopefully we'll go through it when I jump into the actual game. And just looking at the amount of the city treasury, we got up to 8 or 9 million. And then from then, we've basically just been plummeting the entire time. So I was just like, you know what? We should probably start sorting that issue out sooner rather than later. Because normally in these games, we will... we'll start making money pretty early on, and then it will just stay that way, and we will just always have money. In this, because of the industries and because I haven't balanced them very well, which is quite evident, we are losing a lot of money. A lot of the time, we're kind of just breaking even, and it's it's all right, I guess. We can probably do better than that, but yeah. So I didn't actually do. So I still left that space for a factory of some sort or some factory areas to go in. I still left that pretty empty because I mentioned that last time that I want to build some factories there. That still pretty much got nothing there because I was like, you know what, we should do that. We should do that real time. Play around with the factories and the industry kind of stuff there. But as you can see, I'm pretty much just going through this entire area and just doing a grid and sort of zoning it out and hoping that it will fill in eventually. The thing is, I actually built a lot more, but the problem is because it's all low density, we're not really getting that many more people. So I think I might either, I don't know, because I don't really want to change that area into high density. I think we need to build some high density somewhere else because that sort of area I don't think is that well suited for high density because it doesn't seem like it should have it. But anyway, so what I'm doing here is... I mentioned last time that we wanted some on and off ramps to the highway. I didn't know if we could do a full interchange, but I end up getting in a complete interchange where you have entrance and exit for both directions, and it sort of just comes down to the road below. So we are able to fit it in. I obviously have to move the toll booths. I just move them further down the road rather than right here. So it's an interesting intersection. It is, but it works, and I think that's kind of the important bit. As long as it works and serves its purpose, that's no issue at all. And the thing is, it's actually not used as much as I thought it would be. I thought a lot more cars would use it. I think there's a lot more using it now at the end of the time lapse than there was at the beginning because there's obviously more people living in the area than there was before. So it's starting to get a bit more use. But to start off with, not a lot of people use it. I do think some people use it as just a bridge though as well. Instead of using the road bridge, they sort of go up onto the highway, go across, and then exit the other side, which is kind of dumb. I really wish they had done, cause it's cool that we got toll booths, but I really wish they had done a tiny, a toll booth that you could just click on a segment of road and just place it and it would just be there. Because I would love to do toll booths on the entrance and exit of all the highway area. Because then we could, just charge for the highway, which would make sense. But we don't, we could, the thing is we could do that if we planned out a lot of room for all the toll booths and made it happen that way. But it's a bit difficult for what it is, so that's why we're just tolling the entire highway when you enter the region. But it'd be good to toll every entrance and exit if we could. I raised up that train line that we built last time because I needed to get the highway connections underneath it. I was going to go over it, as you saw, but then it just looked ridiculous because I had to go up way too high. Then so I had to come down steep, and yeah. So this is actually where I was trying to figure out what I was going to do here because we're basically doing these two little turnaround sections here that will sort of loop around and go down the bottom. Obviously, one will be an entrance and one will be an exit. But then we also need the directions going the other way. So come up with an interesting solution. It looks interesting. And I think that's all we can hope for in this day and age is that something looks interesting. It's a little bit different from its normal counterpart. Well, look, we didn't have room for a full-size interchange. So this is what we get. This sort of custom built interesting one. I think, you know what? I think it would look good if we put a bunch of trees around it and just cover it in. And then we should be good. Actually, it would be good to do a lot of industry around the area too. Because this is kind of I think it's probably a good place to do industry around here because obviously we're near the cargo exchange. We're also just on the other side of that sort of train tunnel. So there's like a little mountain there, or a little hillside that sort of separates where the residential would be from where the industrial would be. So this could actually be a good area to expand into. Assuming that we continue to actually return a profit in this city. There's so many and this is like an ongoing theme of this build as well, is that we just have a lot of like citywide issues of like not enough educated workers and not enough whatever. But we also have a lot of flooding issues as well, a lot of poo floods, which I actually did work on a solution for, which I will be able to show you once we get back into the game, because I didn't actually record that because it didn't take me that long and I wasn't actually sure that it was going to work. But it appears to be working. I'm just checking in the game now. It appears to be working and working safely, which is good. And that's the key word. When you're trying to deal with, poo rivers flooding, you want to deal with it delicately. And I think it's working. At least at the moment it is. So getting the sort of exit of the highway there, it had to kind of go over the entrance and then sort of curve around underneath. Because I essentially wanted only 2 intersections for this highway. So I figured we'd just combine the on and off ramps where it makes sense. So we combine both the off ramps and we combine both the on ramps, and then it sort of splits off and goes the way it needs to. And I think it worked. Like, it works really well. We have no issues. There's not a lot of traffic using it, but I think even if there was a lot of traffic using it, it would probably be fine. I don't think there'd be much of an issue, if any, really, with it. So that's good. It's good. And like I said, if we build up an industrial area here anyway, then we can sort of test it out that way and see if it can handle all the load. I also made sure to go through and reset all the speed limits, all the lane management, all the merging and all that kind of stuff. Made sure that it would make sense and no traffic would just block each other and get in the way, because that's always just really annoying when they do stupid things. So that's why I made them not do stupid things. Because otherwise I would be really annoyed. Yeah, so we have that whole interchange there now, and then we have obviously the interchange on the other side of the river as well, which is a much more simple one, which we could have done something similar if the road that we'd built didn't have to be so close to the river, because having it so close to the river means we can't do the entrance and exit ramps neatly or simply, so that's why we had to, play around with it a little bit. Yeah, so we just put the toll booths up there a little further up the road, and just sort of connected that all through. And also, I'm pretty sure I disconnected that power last episode there to the cargo station, so I did fix that up as well. And again, I'm just doing some merging stuff here, because cars and trucks tend to like to do really stupid things, so I'm just making sure they just behave a little bit. And then, what else have we got going on here? Just doing some merging there. Yeah, this intersection, I want to do something about that. I was kind of sitting and looking at it for a while. I was like, I wonder what I could do. And then I was just like, I'll do that later. So I did notice that the pink line and the yellow line, because they actually share that station, we were actually getting jams. Like all the pink subways were getting stuck behind the yellow, and then it they all jammed up all down the line. And it was actually a legitimate issue. So that's why I've just built another station here to separate out the yellow line instead. And I try to make it as close as possible, as you can see. So it's actually not too far away from the other ones. Obviously, it's just the other side of the plaza, and then that works. So now they're all sort of separate. And actually, I really like the look of all the subway tunnels just like converging there, because that's like obviously the center point of all the sort of subway network. And then so I decided to build another line, because we built this huge area that sort of extends out this way that had no connection with public transport in any way. No buses or anything yet. So I figured we'd add up another line here, and we would do a nice little subway transfer here. So I actually put this one lower down so that the trains could go under the other track without, glitching out or anything like that. And also the 2 stations are pretty close together, so that allows me to do a pathway connecting them and having this overpass, which I think I might have mentioned wanting to build last time as an overpass from this subway to get to the other side of the train line, because the train line is a huge divider of this area from where the subway station is. So I was able to put in an overpass whilst also connecting up those 2 stations there, which is good. So, and this actually becomes a really important area. Like, a lot of the people actually end up using this, which is really, really good. The transfer between the 2 lines, they use a pedestrian bridge. So it is actually quite successful in the end, which is something that I'm quite pleased about. Because sometimes you build the stuff and then just no one uses it, and it's kind of like, oh, well, that was a waste of my time then, wasn't it? But I think this is kind of needed, because I noticed a lot of people just walking to and from the other side of the train line. There's just so many pedestrians walking. So I was like, I think we need a way for them to, I guess, walk, quicker, or just, public transport via the subway. And we did that, so that's good. Also, I did a few little paths running into this area, so it's just a little bit of a quicker way to get through here. Not like much, only a little bit in there, and then the rest is just, walk on the streets and all that. And that actually turned out quite well. So then we connected the subway through here. So this line is quite a wavy one, but it actually it's quite good because it connects up, obviously, this green line. It creates a transfer between the green line, goes across to the yellow line as well, and it has a transfer point over there. And then it goes further north as well. I'm just calling it north. I'm calling this side of the map north. It goes further north and sort of goes through the industrial area as well, which we didn't have. Previously, we didn't have a subway stop in, but obviously we had a train line and I think a bus line that went up that way a little bit. So yeah, but anyway, now that sort of connects the yellow and the green line, and then obviously services the new area as well. So it's quite a good like sort of cross subway line just there, which I was quite happy with. Oh yeah, so when I was messing with when I was trying to sort out the budgeting, I think I slashed the funding of, because I was going through the budget panel and I was like, what can we slash the budget of? What was it? Because I originally did just slash the budget of the industrial areas, and I was like, you know what? No, this is supposed to be an industrial city, so why would we ever cut the budget of that? So I went through and I cut the budget of public transport, I think, and maybe something else. And then, oh yeah, also these trains. I had to go through and fix all these trains because we got these level crossings, even here by the nuclear power plant. And also, I don't know why the game just sends through 1,000 trains. These are all just like local trains going from my own stations to the other stations because there's no regional connections anymore. And it's just, there's so many of them. Anyway, so I decided that it was time to raise up get rid of those level crossings. Or at least just a level crossing with the cargo line. The passenger lines are still fine. Passenger lines, we can do level crossings, no issue. Like, that's rarely ever an issue. There's just not that many trains. But the cargo ones, there's just far too many. So we raised that up, and I extended the... and I think I mentioned this last time, too, around this at the cargo station. I extended the bypass, so it goes further. So it goes through both tunnels rather than just going right there. Anyway, yeah, I was talking about the budget. So I was slashing the budget, and then I did some citywide policies. And I'm not sure if I show them in this time lapse. I don't know that I do. And I think I did recreational use, which actually does increase tax income. It does increase the police budget, but it does also increase income. And then I did higher ticket prices for all public transport. So, I was quite proud of that. We slashed funding. And then we slashed funding to 50%, and then we increased ticket prices by 50%. See, that sounds like an actual city. I swear, like that's what cities do. And then you're like, and everyone's just like, God, the public transport is garbage. And then it's so expensive and it's just trash. And yeah, this is why. You know what? I know why now. Because the city can't afford to run. We're running at massive debt. Also, I just had to get rid of that area back there because there was no way I could get a bridge through that section. Or at least not from the existing area. So I've just left that bit empty at the moment. But yeah, we had to get the third tracks in here. Or I guess the fifth and sixth train tracks through the area. There's just no way I could have a 3-track level crossing for all that coming through here. So I just got rid of it. And then we could always replace it later on if we can, if we need to. But that's something that wasn't too much of a concern just yet. At least it was just easier to get rid of it. So that's what I did. But yeah, I spent ages here, as you can see, just sort of adjusting the rail line, trying to make it look good, trying to make it function as well. And in the end, I think it's better. But I don't really know because the game still sends 1,000 trains. It's just like, dude, if you just send one train that's 100%, you know how much better that look at this. There's just so many. And the issue is, because I have that sort of level track crossing of the other, like the passenger train track, then the passenger train gets stuck because it's just trying to pass. It's not even trying to get in the way. It's just trying to pass. It's so mean to it. Anyway, I think it's mostly better now. We'll have a look when we jump into the game. But like I said, we got so much residential demand still, so we're just going to continue building grids. There's more stuff to do out this way and just sort of zoning all this up. Just getting a lot of residential, which is going to help us out. The thing is, we have... You can see right now, our current population is 49,000. At the end of this, we have 52,000. Like, it doesn't even add that much because it's all just still low density. That's why I said, I was like, maybe we should start doing some more high density. Although, I guess looking right now in my game right now, we do still have demand. So we could do some more high density. Maybe we can find some space for it. Oh, also, I started to build the sort of connections up to the sort of rich Beverly Hills area. So you can see I sort of use a nicer road and all that. Also, I didn't really want to build that area until we sort of built the city out to it. Otherwise, it would just be like this completely separate section, which I didn't want it to be. So that's why I also think these grids are quite good, because it's sort of filling in this area pretty quickly with like sort of minimal I guess design effort, which is kind of what the city is all about anyway. So I was not too concerned with how it's going. I think it looks pretty good actually for what it's supposed to be. It's just a bunch of grids. So I was quite happy with that. And then I was just fixing up this road. There's a lot of like weird intersection glitches in the city, obviously due to using road anarchy and all that. Like it messes them up and has all these like tiny little road segments that shouldn't really exist or anything, but we sort of fix them as we go. So we got a little bit of like hilly sections there, just at the edge of the city. They're not going to be fancy. They're still going to be scummy homes and all that. So don't get your hopes up with that. That's just going to be normal. And then make sure to pipe all of this as well. And then I do a bunch of just commercial along the road, which I usually do anyway. And then a bunch of residential through all of that area there. Like this is a huge expansion from what we already have. Like this area has like grown super quick. The last couple episodes, because we just need it. Like we can't continue until we just build more residential, which is good. I think it looks cool, man. I'm excited about it. I think maybe the other side, because obviously all this is low density, maybe the other side of that main road that we haven't really zoned on yet, maybe that will start being high density again, because I guess it's going further towards that cargo airport and the oil industry and all that. Maybe we'll have a look when we jump into the game, which will be in a couple minutes time. But we're just sort of doing a little bit more work here and there. And then I think here, oh yeah, so the oil industry, I was like, okay, now the oil industry is actually getting really close to where we're zoning. So I was like, we should probably just add a road connection this direction, because otherwise we're forcing everyone to go through the downtown area to then jump on the expressway to then go all the way around, which is a pretty stupid thing to do if they're just trying to get to the oil industry. So I decided to build this road here. I actually also really like that the oil is on the other side of that mountain. Again, it's kind of like the other, like where I was talking about doing industry near the interchange that we built. It's kind of a good like separation of where we could do residential almost all the way up to that mountain and then have industrial right on the other side. I was like, that's like perfect for that. Oh yeah, so what I did here is I actually did 2 one-way roads. So I split up these little roads and then join the main avenue, because there's actually I didn't really want to connect the main avenue all the way through, because I thought it wouldn't look very good. We've already got these smaller roads there, and I was like, we can use those existing roads and just make them one way, and then it works. It's functionally exactly the same, because it's a 2-lane road that splits into 2-lane one-way roads, like 2-lane one-way roads. So it's like, that works fine, and it actually works out really well in the end. It's actually quite a popular road, which you'll see in just a minute. But yeah, and then I just did a little bit of road there, but there's nothing, I didn't really zone anything there. I sort of just built it for later. But that is the conclusion of the time lapse. So let's go ahead and jump into the game, and we'll also look at some other things that I have done in the meantime. So most of this area is starting to build up now. So we've got a lot more grids going on here, a lot more zoning. This is sort of built out here. I want to do some factories there soon. Oh yeah, so I'll show you the budgeting. So I changed a bunch of budgeting. Oh yeah, we slashed the school funding. I slashed the school funding. I slashed the unique buildings funding. And obviously all the public transport, except for, well, the ones that we're actually using. Because I think the subway funding was normal, so I brought that right down. And I brought the plane funding right down. And then I also upped the taxes all to 13%. There are some places in the city you can see that they're complaining about high taxes. But at the same time, because I've got the no abandonment mod, they're not going to go anywhere. So they're still going to be there. I guess there's just no one living there. You can see there's like 0 households. But for the most part, most of these are fine. It's just a few, because I think because they're right on the river and there's like no... It's just really crap. Like, there's just not much going on at all. Although, having said that, you've got pretty high land value. So, out of the people that are complaining, it shouldn't be you. Anyway, so I think that... I guess that means that there's not really... Oh, these are fine. I don't know. Anyway, they're fine. Whatever. I don't really care. And then... So, the other thing we did is... So, if you didn't watch the time-lapse, I sort of built up this ore industry a little bit more. Got this giant metal factory right there. Which, actually, is this making money at all? Because that's one of the big themes that we've been having, is just not making money. 425, and that's probably very inconsistent. I'm not very good at making money with these things. So that's there. And then I also did... I don't think I'd change any of the other industries. Yeah, but so what I did is we built this interchange, which is, you know, it's being used. It's pretty decent. If we look at the traffic, I mean, it's pretty good. Like, I actually quite like it's being used enough. As you can see, there are some people that just use it as a bridge to get over here rather than using this bridge, which is fine. I mean, I'm not too worried about that. You can use a highway if you want. It's not causing issues. And then the exit here is also quite good. This guy's using it as a bridge for some reason. It honestly probably just be quicker to go this way. But anyway, then this area... Oh, I don't need these anymore. You know what? That's probably costing me money. So this was part of my original solution to fix... Because I needed to fix the Pooh River flooding. Because we've had a lot of flooding issues through this section here mostly. Which you can see it's quite low now. It actually got up to the point where the river was back up here again. Which, you know, when it gets there, it's a bit of an issue. So I engineered a solution. You know me, the Pooh engineer. So what I've done is I've actually put these water pumps here. And you might be thinking, whoa. You know, you're going to pollute the city's water supply. But what I did is, if we have a look here, average drinking water pollution, 0%. So I made sure when I put these pipes in that, because obviously you got a range. If this actually does pass under this area, they will take the water from it. So I made sure it was sort of centered in the middle of the river. It avoids all buildings and sort of comes around this way. This pipe then goes down this way, comes through here, and then just goes to this section here. We have a bunch of just these freshwater outlets. So I think 5 of these equals 1 of these pumps. So for each of these, we've got to have 5 of those overflow pipes. So that's what we've got going on here. Got 10 over here, and then we got 5 there. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 10. And they just dump it all there instead. So it basically just shortcuts the river. And we actually managed to... It's kind of gross though, because this water's actually almost stagnated. It sort of goes this way a little bit, then comes back. So this would actually probably be worse now, because it stinks. And we actually made this section of the river flow backwards. You know, we're kind of ruining the landscape, but it works. Yeah, you can see it's like flowing that... This river is so messed up, man. It's like, this river goes this way, and then it also flows back there, but it flows that way there. Then this section doesn't really do anything anymore. Anyway, so that's kind of solved that issue of getting a lot of flooding through here, because that did happen a lot. And we're even getting some flooding through here. I had to raise this section up a bit because it kept flooding, which it is a little bit less now. But this river, if you fell in this is going... Like, even if this is real time. We're not going any faster. This is a fast flowing river. If you felt... Like, look, the size of the people. You put them in there, like, whoomp. You're gone. You're gone, mate. And then you probably get sucked up this suck tube over here. Oh, yeah, so the trains, I think, are okay now. They're not so bad. Obviously, there's still a bit of waiting as they go through the intersections, but this before was like all blocked up everywhere. And I think it's flowing a little bit better now. So that's good. Then the other thing that we did, if you didn't see the time lapse, we built a new subway line that sort of runs through here. And that's all good. So let's finally do something. I've kind of just done a lot of recapping and talking about what we're doing. Oh, also the citywide policies that I did. So I did, yeah, recreational use citywide, schools out citywide, and high ticket prices. So we cut the funding of public transport, increased the ticket prices by 25%. So, you know, we're just really great. Now, let's have a look at some special factories. Industrial steel plant. This is probably not the best place to put this. I'm going to assume that these pollute as well, right? So we don't exactly want it next door to all these places. Now, we could put it here, maybe. If I put it like there, so it's a little bit back from the main road. I like how the sound pollution is only that section there. Hang on, get rid of that bit. What is this? Oh, it's a basketball court. I'll put this up over here. There you go. So if we put this guy, I quite like that, actually. So what is it? What am I doing? I'm in the wrong spot. So what is this? I assume it's going to take... It just takes metal. Wait. It turns it into diamonds? Industry steel plant produces machine parts, tools, and other... Oh, okay. Okay. It looks like a diamond. It's like we take metal and turn it into diamonds. Okay. Now, I'm aware that this is in the middle and there's roads everywhere, so I'm going to obviously move a bunch of this. That's kind of an issue. That road's... I can't get it. I was like, okay, that's a bit of an issue. We should be able to do this, though. Hang on. Is that... That's all the road, right? That's not part of the building. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, damn it. Whoops. Sorry. That's my bad. Hey, guys. Sorry about that. Hey, guys. It's your boy, Samaj. There you go. All right, cool. So this factory is going to go here. Beautiful. This would be like the perfect like workers area. You know what? We could turn a part of this high density around here. Now, the question is really, How much... Okay, well, obviously it's going to be loud, but how much ground pollution are we going to get from this thing? Because we might need to move... If it's this, and that's it, I'm okay with that. Because we can live here happily. Right, actually, what do you need? Just metals? Okay, well, why don't we get a giant warehouse here too, then? Of metals. Because this can literally just go across the road right here. Let me just turn this into metals. So we can store a bunch of metals here. Got the steel mill just next door. It's making steel products, which is apparently diamond, in case you're wondering. So that'll start functioning. Wait, how many workers? Workplaces, 66. Okay. Right. Interesting. So is this going to be... Okay. Actually, it seems fine. It seems to be that's all it's doing, so we might be okay. So I'm actually going to get some high density through here. I'm going to remove some of this. I don't want to remove all of this, because, you know, removing residential actually gets a little bit messy. And then trying to put it back, and then... Because you just lose demand, and then it gets not great. So we're gonna, actually, you know what? It's not going to destroy the buildings, is it? Hang on, we've got to... I always forget I have to do that manually. It's fine, but... Make sure, I think I just destroyed high density. It's going to make sure that we get rid of them before they start building new ones. Okay, so this can go up here. That might be a little bit close to the pollution, though, so I'm not sure about that, but whatever. Okay, so these are going to start going through here. This might be okay. I'm not sure. I'm going to get some high-density commercial. Oh, wait, is this in district? It is. We do have a high-rise ban on. Not quite sure how that's not a high-rise, but whatever. So this area, obviously we'll zone this in with something. Probably just like some industrial and all that. Not industrial, commercial. So this should start getting some metals. How much metal are we producing, though? Because this place is crap. We need more ore. Actually, we're making quite a lot now. But we're not... I guess we're not selling a lot, because the profit's just not great. Metals. It's just... Hang on. Wait, we got so much ore here. Look how much ore is in these areas. Like, these are both full, and then this is just, like, got nothing. I'm not really sure why that it's got nothing going on there. Are they going to deliver to it, or... Because then we can produce more metal. So we do have a huge metal storage facility right there, too, which is good. Maybe we need more ore storage. Maybe that's why. I just don't know. Like, to be honest, I just guess. If you hadn't already figured that out, that's all I'm doing. Alright, so we need storage. So ore storage and then sand storage, which I think they're both the same, right? They're both just ore. Yeah, it just says ore, but I think this one just holds more. Yeah, that has holds 100 tons more, so, you know, using the bigger one's probably better. So that's 100 extra tons. Where can we put... You know, I think we need to remove this, because a lot of this is just zoning. And it's all in my way, so I'm just going to get rid of all of this. Sorry. Oh, God, these are all historical buildings. This is going to be annoying. You know, actually, you know what? There's a better way to do this. Move it! Yeah, so these are all historical buildings from the stupid Plot the Growables mod when they updated it and changed the way it worked. Wish it didn't default to doing that, because it's cool that it's an option, but can you not default that? Alright, so we're going to remove all those, and then we're going to put in some more storage. Slope too steep. Oh, come on. Just let me... Even with Anarchy? I hate with Anarchy when it's even too steep for that. You gotta be kidding. Alright, fine. I'm going to put another one here. Then I'm going to just have to move it. Oops. So I'm going to grab that one. Move it through here. Put it here. Like that. Alright, so we're going to get 2 of these right here. So we've got another one. This is supposed to be balanced. I feel like if it's full, it's clearly not balancing it properly. So we probably have not enough. Maybe we're not using enough of it. So maybe we should get another one of these guys. So this makes metal. We can also make glass. I'm wondering, should we get more glass? Do we even have a glass plant? We must do. See here, the thing. Yeah, but then this... Yeah, not enough raw materials. How does this not have enough raw materials? These things have loads. I'm just not quite sure how these are not working. What if I move this guy? Maybe it's just... Maybe I just need to replace it. Hang on. We need more land through here. Can you just, like... Just go away for a second. Like, I love... Look, don't get me wrong. I love all these mountainsides. They're beautiful, but... I need the space. Okay. Just get... Nope. Get rid of those. There you go. Alright, so that should not... Don't zone here. Just don't. Go away. I don't want these anymore. I don't want them anymore. We need to get rid of them. We need, like... This stuff. Okay. So... Can you please deliver some actual ore to these buildings? Because we got so much sitting right here. We got This is 90 or 88% full, 16% full, 24%. So I think we're getting enough. We're just not using it all. So making glass, making metal. I wouldn't mind another metal. Wait, what is this? Ore industry main building. Okay, well, we need that. Let me move this. I can go over here. Because this is a good spot to actually put something else. Should we make more metal? This is a big building. I'm gonna move this back over here. Move you back there, because that does fit there, which is good. I just thought maybe it was like glitched and wasn't working properly. Put this here. Alright, so we get another giant metal plant right here. And you know what? Let me change all these roads into the high density ones. Because we probably should get 4 lanes through the area. That doesn't need to be 4 lanes, I don't think. That can be 2. There's 4, because there's just a lot. There is a lot of traffic down here. Let's go like that, and then these can turn into the 2 lanes. Now these do overlap some of these buildings, but whatever. I think it'll just be better for the area. Okay, so got a bunch of 4-lane roads. So there's a lot more traffic that's able to flow through. Got some traffic lights here because we need them. Hey, look at this, level 4, Pleasant Pit. Right, so we get the fiberglass plant. So does that mean everything out of this place is irrelevant? Ooh, we get a car factory, a large ore underground mine. I've read that completely wrong. Ore industry storage. Okay, well, hang on. Now we got to pause and see what we just got, because if this can store a lot more capacity. So this would be, I guess, 500 tons. How big is it? Oh, it's about the same size. Hang on. Get rid of you. Go away. Let me just check it. So if we get this guy in. Oh, it was able to place there when that other building was there, but now it's not. Just give me more space. Come on. Come on. Just, I need the space for the industry, okay? So put that there. So this is 500 tons. Yeah, so it's 100 tons more than those. So I guess, again, why bother having the old ones? Like, what's the point? You might as well just change them all to these. Can we get one here then? Yeah. So we got 3 of those. Apparently all right here. But I mean, we're using all the stuff here, so it's fine. Okay, and then... Now, do we have better versions of these? Because... Okay, so we got... We already had that. So we just unlocked this one, the fiberglass. So this is better for making glass, obviously. It makes 6,400 versus 3,200. Well, how big is it, though? Oh, actually. It's a way better size, too. Fits right there. Look at that. Get rid of this. Don't need that. Oh, God. These stupid buildings. Alright, here's what we do. Move it. Just select all these. Delete them. Delete that road. So now we've essentially quadrupled our glass production because the original one only made half of these. Okay, hang on. Are we making enough ore now, though? That's the other question. As long as we're making enough ore, we seem to be making money. These, we should probably get rid of all these tiny crappy ones, right? Because if we go to here now, we've got the large ore underground mine for 9,600 units. This one is 64. That one will be 11,200. We haven't got that yet. That's 8,000. So this one is by far the best, 9,600. Until we get that one. So really, again, why do we have these? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's 8 of those that we just got rid of. Which is these ones, right? Small? Or are they the medium? I think it might have been large. No, the large is the one we've got. It was the medium. So these are 6,400. So we want like 5 of these instead of those. I think we had 8. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to be honest. I lost count. Like I counted it and then I immediately forgot how much we had. So anyway, I'm going to get 5 or 6 of these. And then I guess we don't need these then. Because, well, actually, I'll replace those in a second. Let me replace the other ones first. So we'll do that and then we're going to go... Okay, we got to like level out this area because this is just... You know, at the end of the day, I just want to make money from the ore industry. Because it's costing us a lot. So, you know, it's costing us a lot of money. So, if we can make a little bit of cash on the side, that'd be great. I'm not sure what this going on here is. That was just a thing we had there. Okay, so we got 2. And then we're going to get... Come on. 3... 4... 5... and then 6, I guess. We got 6 of them. Now, it's slightly out of the industry, so I'm just going to... Probably should extend this so it covers this whole area. There we go. All right, Pleasant Pit. Okay, so now these are going to be producing a lot as well, right? Then we've got these guys, which are producing 89.60 per week, which I guess we can keep. It's only a little bit less than these. Oh, these are 10,000 though. Oh, because I guess the efficiency of our district is higher, right? Because we got plus 12% efficiency. So it's a little bit better than what we had. Okay, so then that's empty. That's pretty much empty. But I think most of the stuff has gone here. Like this is pretty much full, which is great. And then that's empty. Oh, that's doing well. Okay, so we're going, you know? We're getting there. And then we did unlock, I guess, the ore industry maintenance building, which I guess we don't have. Do you only need one of these? Because we can do more than one. But I guess we don't. I don't think we have it. We do now. Storage efficiency is 105%, apparently. This doesn't quite fit here. I was thinking maybe if we turn it sideways. Now, obviously, it's going to be off the road. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this here. Move this here. So these are sort of angled that way a bit more. And then, you know what? Let's get a little road. I think it's fine, though. They seem to be able to get to it, but let's give them a little side road. You know what? I don't think you need traffic lights on that. I'm going to be honest. I don't think you need it. So go away. You'll probably be fine. Like, you'll probably be fine. Oh, God. There's a bus line. I forgot there's a bus line down here. Why did it turn around there? It's got one stop. You know what? This bus should probably do something else besides that one stop. Probably stop here, and then we could probably stop. Oops, no. Maybe down here somewhere. Come down again. Really no harm in doing that. Getting a few more stops along the way. There you go. That'll be good. I'm sure they'll like it, actually. Because I saw there was a lot of people walking down this way as well. Okay, so how are we doing? Are we spending more money? We're losing 54. After all that, we're losing 54. See, the thing is, now we're actually importing a lot again, which is interesting. But that might just be because we just built these and we're trying to import to fill up all of these. But then once they're all going again, hopefully we should be okay. I mean, we can produce more if we want. Workers. We need more residential. Actually, how are we doing with all this? Sewage treatment, we need a little bit more dumpage. Or it's okay, I think. I don't know. I think we're doing okay. Look, at the end of the day, whoops. At the end of the day, oh, that's what I wanted to show you. So check this out. City Treasury. Here's where we're like, oh yeah, we're doing really, really well. Really, really well. And then, boop. And then at this point, I was like, should probably do something about this. And then we're back on the way up. So it's good. And then what about city value? Oh yeah, it's happened there as well. Taxation is around. I think that might have been where I think there's where I turned the taxes up, like all the way. All right, so I think that we'll leave that to run for a little bit because it is doing okay. We need a few more workers to be able to level up to level 5, which is pretty cool. We got plenty of resources for the next level, which is good. You know, I think it's probably doing okay. How's the actual factory? The whole reason we did that was so this. I think the pollution's spreading over there. Was so that this would have enough products. Which this has nothing in it. And so I'm hoping they deliver more to it because it needs a few more products in it. Now, where is this pollution going to? Oh, okay. It's it's actually the garbage incineration plant that's making it worse. So that's fine. If we put it here, keep it on this side. Sorry, guys. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It'll wear off. It'll wear off. So we'll put that there, and then let's just finish this little area too. I'm gonna get a road down the side here. I'm thinking this can be like... I won't connect to there. Where should this connect? Maybe just there. This can be like little offices or something back here. Could even be like a little commercial building, like crappy little commercial. Actually, yeah, we definitely want to do industrial because we don't want to do that. Maybe like little offices back here, maybe some commercial. Some sort of... Oh, that's not commercial. Some like... storefronts that are around the back, something, I don't know, some cheaper office space and all that sort of right there. There you go. It's a cool looking factory though. I wish this had a like these kind of factories should have a train station in them, right? It should just be built into them. Because I mean we could run a train line here, but it'd actually be really difficult now because the train line's over here. It's kind of boxed in. Oh yeah, so this is this area all running, which is pretty cool, this road. I did also notice there's a ton of people walking down. Like there's so many people walking this way. Actually, I'm interested to see how many people use this road to get to the highway. There's a few. Most people sort of hang out here. Some do actually go through, which is fine. I'm not too worried about that. Yeah. Yeah, because it was a bit silly before. Like, without this connection, if to get from here to there, you'd have to go up here, I guess across this bridge or across that bridge. Oh, actually, I guess if you're on this road, you'd have to go down this exit, come here, turn left, come down through this road, then come all the way along, then across. Which is a bit silly to do all of that just to get from here to there. So that road makes a huge difference to all that. But overall, city's going well. Going well in the sense that it's pretty... Wait, how? We're flooding again in this area? Man, okay. Interesting. And more poo floods. The problem is we can't do this solution in a lot of places because it will just get citizens sick. I guess it's only where houses are though, right? So we could probably do it through this area. We could probably do it here because there's no houses here. I know there's some on that side, but... that's not what I want. Hang on, if we have a look. Yeah, we could probably do it on this side, get some more pumps here. Which is ridiculous when you think about it. It's like we're dumping... Actually, look, you can see where the riverbank used to be. It used to be like here. Yeah, because it would be quite funny though. We're like dumping into the river, then we're going to suck it up right here and then take it down. We could try it. We'll see what happens. So if I go here... We're just going to make sure that we do not connect to the other existing pipes. Or we do not get this anywhere near houses. Because we cannot pollute them. So that's why I'm sort of keeping the zoning on this side. It should be okay if it's on... I don't... No, you know what? It might not be good. No, it probably... Nah. I'm hesitant to do that, actually, because... While industry and that does pollute, they still need fresh water. So, you know what? Let's not do that. We're going to have to figure out... I think what's happening is because we're actually reaching the sort of limit of our sewage capacity. I think we're probably... Maybe they're pumping extra poop through that area. So then it's just getting a little bit too much. So let's just do a large one right here. Not as dirty as the other ones, but if we start doing this, then that should hopefully... Well, first of all, it'll, you know... reduce the strain on the system, but hopefully we'll stop polluting, stop flooding in this area as much. Alright, I'm going to leave this part here. This part's gone a little bit longer. It's going well though. I think it's going well. This hopefully will start, this is doing some good monies. I think maybe if we get some more of these factories, we'll start making more money too. And then maybe we can restore funding. I'd also really like to see this warehouse fill up a bit more. It'd be good. Most of it's obviously going here, but I'm hoping that we can get some nearby as well. Yeah. Anyway, make sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. We'll be back next time with more Cities Skylines. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and have an awesome day.